Hey guys, welcome back. So, I have not made a video recently, but that is fine. Yeah, so I'm just gonna kick things off with this new build I was doing by myself. And yes, I probably make a lot of new builds, but that's only really because I just love building in creative, you know? So, yeah. Hold up, let me turn my speed up here real quick. How did I do that again? Let's pause. It was not that. There we go. Yeah, I figured it out. So, I'm just gonna fly around and talk about this. So, I'm gonna make a nice, beautiful landscape that I just kind of want to show everyone. So, like, if anyone sees, they can get inspired, or people might want to, like, see me. Because this is just kind of to help promote me. I just want to show you guys what I'm fully capable of when I just kind of go crazy and think of something. And so I finally learned the waterfall trick. I did it myself, so of course I've got fountains galore. That's the only thing holding it up, that's why it looks so weird. But I just wanted to make a nice bridge, and luckily, a few days after I did this, they added the new gallery with the swamp gallery. And so as you can see here, I can make beautiful landscape like these. So I'm gonna go up again. Oh, and of course, this is from the same gallery. I'm gonna make like an old village here. Cause I thought, why the heck not? I think it'll be interesting for people to see. You know, I don't know. I think it'd be interesting to see. Also, I want to see what's inside this. Wow, there's like an actual thing inside here. Huh. Okay. Well, yeah, I just kind of started making this. This is a simple bridge, but I decided it looked good. Also, I try to make this look like a rock slide too. I don't know if it looks good or not. Using these new things, it kind of works a lot. And I added a bit of Halloween stuff since, you know, Halloween's tomorrow, so yeah. Um, I'm just gonna go up here, and as you can see, I'm sporadically building over there. This is just a quick tour. So I don't actually have all the floors the same. I kind of wanted to make this look like certain boards fell out, or they like had to replace them. Same with here, because I thought it looked too plain. I hope this looks good and not too weird. I honestly think it's interesting. It's a new idea I thought of. And of course, you are probably all wondering, wow, like how did you do this terrain? So I'm gonna give you a few tips. First tip, just place. Don't really go crazy about it, but still place. And also you need to make sure you have an idea for what you're building. So of course, my idea was make a nice bridge in a cliff, and that's what I made. So what I do first, of course, is build your building like this, because I don't want to have to go on like and make this all building to prop, you know? So this is all on a grid. And as you can see, I'm placing the trees, which I honestly think really brought this place together. So, that brings me to my next thing. Don't ever place trees first. You want to place them after, because trees, placing them right away, kind of brings you away from more of the build. You kind of want to, like with what I'm doing, I'm going to do sections. And of course, I haven't done a lot of memory on this world, so I still have lots of room. Right here, I'm going to do a swamp. Over here, I'm gonna have the river's gonna go along, and it's gonna be a huge waterfall that kind of goes up to like this height here, higher than the bridge. I'm gonna have like a big lake up here. I'm thinking that's my plan. But I mean, another tip is don't always stick with your beginning plan, because if you're gonna come up with different ideas. Also, because of the new gallery, use this stuff as like dirt up on the edges. That's what I did a lot. And I loved all this stuff. It was perfect for the riverside bank. I also added this. And the ore is a separate prop too, so if y'all builders want to just go crazy, well, yeah, go crazy. But this is just me building. I end up going on to the one world where I basically was building the Destiny Colony ship. I'm sorry I never gave a part 2. This is gonna be like all that. I already built a lot of things on it, so I'm gonna count this as the part 2 towards it, but I'm just gonna give you a nice show of what I actually did. I think. I don't really know how replays work. I hope like I can go into different worlds during a creative. But if it doesn't work, I'll get a picture and probably put it in the video at the end. And of course, like you saw, Halloween decorations. I thought this whole place is gonna look so nice once it's done. It's already really peaceful. I wanted to give it the vibe of like, you can kind of look over the edge, or at least come up here and look over the edge and get a nice, beautiful look. Okay, so my next tip. With trees, if there's a big tree, we'll use this for example. This tree looks like a thicker log, so if you make it skinnier, it's just gonna look small. It's gonna look like you made a miniature tree. So if you're gonna get a big tree, put it where a big tree would go and make it look like a big tree. Never shrink those types of trees. You can shrink them a little, but not too much. Then, let's go to like some of these trees. You see how these trees, oh, that one's floating. You see how these trees are smaller, and it doesn't really matter if you make them smaller? Yeah, use these everywhere. So, yeah, and right here, I was thinking of this cool idea. Separating the water so my swamp, it can transition. And I think it turns out pretty well. So the trick is I just took smoke, rocks, plants, leaves, trees, and I kind of made it look like a bunch of vegetation, and I might spread it out so it doesn't just kind of hit a wall of vegetation. But I think after the roots come in, it does work out pretty well. So, yeah, my main tip with this is just do it. Just grab a bunch of props, stick to a certain theme. Like, I wouldn't put like a bunch of green stuff. The only reason I put like dirt up here is because it's next to the flatter areas. And don't worry, I'm going to add more of a mountain here. I actually don't know where build height is, but I think I have plenty of room. And so I'm trying to decide which I should use. I ended up using this for my swamp water. It looks black, almost like oil, but it also, in a sense, looks like swamp. I just thought this looked way too bright, and like it moved way too much. Nope. Okay. Yep. So as you can see here, I finally started adding it. So I moved it. I think that looks pretty good. Once I started adding it, I think once I add more trees and bushes and everything, it'll turn out pretty well. And of course, here's another trick and tip and just nice thing, a waterfall. Now mine might have not turned out the best, which it didn't. You can kind of see the metal, but of course most of this build is going to be seen from far away, so from far away it looks pretty good. And of course, if you don't know what that is, it's just a fountain. A lot of fountains. And I of course knew this trick and just never did it and never got good with it. Also, use these builds, like these burnt builds. Or I'm just saying that because I love them. I fell in love with these. Like, I used to make a lot of burnt things, and I watch all these people who, like, maybe when they do something and they make a village, like, on fire, they were never really able to make it look broken and burnt. So I think this is a perfect build to use for a lot of things. And of course, they made it look like a museum, like this is a national park or something. I'll go inside, show you some of the new props they have. Ooh, that's satisfying. Ooh. Tell me if this is satisfying. Oh, that's really satisfying. Oh, okay, that wasn't satisfying. But as you can see, they have a fire pit, and there's no fire. Yeah, this is just me being me, but yeah, so I did this, and now, oh, it does work. That's amazing. Okay, that's cool. So here we are. As you can see, I finished that part of the build. This is what I've done. Now, you guys have only seen the legs. I've added way more. The ships, yes, they do look a little weird, but this was a different type of build for me, so I did struggle a little. Holy crap, sorry. But I hope this looks pretty good. I'm just gonna show you a bit. I had my character go around, and yep. Okay, it's glitched a little. I don't know, really. I've never really gone into different worlds, but here we are. Don't mind the big spaceship. It does kind of look cool, though. Anywho, this is my haunted mansion. I was just kind of going through all my creative maps. Don't worry, right after this, I'm making a FORTNITE thing. I was so late. So here it is. I'm just going to quickly show you. I think the time stopped. Let's find out. Yeah, I think it stopped. Yeah, it definitely stopped. Anywho, I'm just gonna go through this. So I made this, and I got this from Mustard Plays. He was doing a stream. If you didn't see it, it was amazing. They're they're just so all when they're all together, they make such good builds. And so I was like, okay, how about I try to do one by myself? And there's probably those new props I can add. I thought this turned out pretty well, and like I said, this is not actually in the map. I think it glitched since this is the end of the thing. Like I said, I've never done this before, so I think I'm gonna make it like an adventure map whenever I'm able to like post worlds. This can be one of my first ones. I might post it next Halloween maybe. So basically, as you can see, you'll walk through here or through that gate there, and then you'll have to go through this broken gate. You'll come through here, and of course it's not simple. You can't go through the front door, so you'll walk through here, you'll come through here all the way to this shed. You'll crouch down, and here's one of my favorite parts. You'll fall down into this watery flooded sewer, or not sewer, basement. And then what you're gonna have to do is go up like through the rocks, and then there will be another opening here. You'll do parkour, you'll end up here, go through the upper layer of the basement. Now of course I went through the wrong door. And then of course you come through this, which is destroyed. And yeah, so this video. This is just a recap on creative, and I hope you liked it. It's kind of cool. I can like kind of show two of my builds side by side. I hope you liked it. I hope you learned a few terrain tips, and I'll make a more in-depth video sometime, because I know you probably will want one that I can just show examples of. But I hope you liked it. Yeah, peace.